Good morning. I'm extremely honored to be representing our community today. Already? It's important that I begin by acknowledging where we're standing. We are standing on stolen land of the Munsee Lenape people. As we access spaces of influence, it's essential that we speak against injustice and colonization, especially when we're the ones who are benefiting from the oppression of others. But acknowledgement without action does not address the systemic issues facing Indigenous communities, so I encourage you all to donate to a Native-led organization today. I owe it to myself, to my family, and to my community to show up authentically today. As I'm speaking, I encourage you all to think about what story you're expecting me to share as a Muslim Arab woman who's an academic and is succeeding. I am extremely proud of the qualities that I hold. However, my success does not make me the exception to the rule. I am the rule. I reflect that when we show up authentically, meaning our actions are true to our values that are informed by the communities we belong to, we succeed. When we take up space, we succeed. I'd like to highlight all first-generation graduates and all graduates who belong to marginalized groups. For actively taking up space, creating space for others to do the same. We are the products of our communities. This includes our shared community, the TC community. A few weeks ago, I was at a retirement party for Dr. Stephen Peverly, director of the school psychology program. Dr. Peverly's celebration was one in which the love that he poured into our program and into his work were being honored, and I'd like to channel similar energy for us all today. As we conceptualize what this milestone means to us, I'd like us to validate it not by the difficulties that we endured, because we deserve to succeed and excel without having endured incredible difficulty, but rather by the love that we poured into our work and into our personal acquisition of knowledge. This is a celebration of us turning our passion into a collective sense of purpose and transitioning into new professional roles. I am extremely privileged to be pursuing a career in a field that I'm passionate about. Our passions are what brought us to TC, where we initiated contact with other equally as passionate students, faculty, and staff. Through being vulnerable with one another, learning how and when to take up space, and how and when to step back and listen and learn from one another, we use these connections to shift from feeling passionate to creating a sense of collective purpose. We created a sense of purpose that was not individualistic and hyper-focused on our individual career goals, but rather one that's collectivist and based in where we see our fields headed, what our collective idea of best practice is, and what our goals and intentions for increasing inclusivity and representation and research and practice are. Together, we used our shared sense of purpose to shift from belonging to an academic institution to belonging to an academic community. Like any other community we belong to, we don't reach a stage in our lives and leave it. Our role simply shifts within it. Now we continue on into our respective fields, and we must honor our community through our practice. Like any other community, we are interdependent. We cannot have an impact alone. By honoring our collective goals through our practice, we'll normalize our ethical and moral guidelines, welcoming others to join us in caring for the most vulnerable members of our communities and in using our positions in spaces of influence to create space for others. My BIPOC peers, your existence and success alone shifts the spaces that we share and creates space for other members of marginalized groups to succeed. Do not go beyond the emotional resources you have to do work that is everyone's responsibility. Your role in this work is to exist in ways that feel authentic to you and to leave the additional work to those with additional resources in terms of social capital and emotional capacity to actively and intentionally create more equitable spaces. My wishes for us all as we transition into our postgraduate careers are that we always take up space in ways that feel authentic to us and internalize a sense of entitlement to space and to resources. That we find working communities that display their understanding of our value through their actions. That we always question common practices and what systems they uphold. And that we never stop learning and further developing as individuals. And this really is where I see our community heading. Thank you.